Good evening everyone, it's time for stretch and relax. It's Friday night and it's time to ease out all that tension that's built up over the week. So whether it's from working from home educating the kids, digging in the garden, getting on with DIY, or maybe just sitting and watching hours of Netflix, we need to get that body moving, get our breath flowing and stretch out. So hopefully there'll be a few of you joining us this evening. We'll be starting in a few minutes time. So I'll just wait for some people to pop on and say hello before I talk you through what we're going to need and what we're going to be doing. So again, I've made myself a lovely warm drink to sip while we're working today. So this one's lemon and ginger. Okay, so I'll give us a few more minutes. Oh, hello. Who's popped on? Good evening. So we'll give it a couple more minutes. Hopefully there'll be a few more people joining us this evening. I know there were a few messages earlier of people saying how they're looking forward to tonight's session. So do make sure you've got your nice, safe, clear working area. You might want a cushion. And I've got a nice warm blanket for the end as well when we do our meditation, so that you can keep yourself cosy. There's nothing worse than trying to relax and focus on your breathing and do a meditation when you're starting to get a little bit chilly. Okay, so I've got those to hand ready next to my mat. I've also got my diffuser going with some lovely essential oils in. And I found this today and I'd forgotten I had this. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's a lovely candle holder that my boys got me that's the shape of a hand. It's just somebody holding a candle. So I thought I would pop a little tea light in there for this evening. I've got my nice warm drink ready, as I said, lemon and ginger, which is nice and stimulating but very refreshing. It's a nice calming drink as well. Very good for your digestion too. So if, like me, you've been doing a bit more baking than usual and an entire tray of chocolate brownies is disappearing a bit quicker than it really ought to do, bit of something to help the digestion is always a good idea. Okay, so it is past and we're going to make a start. So beginning in our standing posture, and I'd like to just feel that the body is tall but relaxed. So I'm not really holding any tension there. Just think about standing in that good posture and then being aware of the feet. So gently press into the toes, feel yourself sway forwards, and then gently press into the heels, feel yourself sway backwards slightly. Just want you to transfer the pressure forwards and back again. Just feeling a gentle switch on of the core and feeling that change of pressure, feeling the sensations in the feet. We're just going to notice some things in the body. So as you sway forwards, do you spread your toes out, or do you find they want to try and grip the floor? And let's come back to a nice balanced position through the feet. Feel that the pressure is even from foot to foot. that you're in the centre of the heel. Toes are spread out, give them a wriggle if you need to. And then lengthening up, just holding that body tall, shoulders relaxed down. And let's begin with some movement of the head and the neck. We're going to bring the chin back and tuck it down towards the collarbones. And just gently roll the head to the side, take a breath in. And exhale, tuck the chin in the middle and roll the ear towards the other shoulder. So breathe into that stretch and then exhale to move. So this is a particularly great stretch if you've been very busy today, cleaning, gardening, working from home, looking after the kids. Ease that tension out in the neck. Just enjoy that movement. And don't worry if you are hearing lots of clicking and creaking. That's okay as long as it's not accompanied by pain. It just means that you probably need this more than ever. Let's do one more to each side. Enjoy that stretch. Breath in and exhale. Let's roll to the other side and then back to centre. And let's just restack that head, lengthening the back of the neck. And let's take the arms up, breath in. You're going to lift them up and then reach them out wide and back down. Inhale as the arms lift. And exhale as you stretch out wide and down. Just enjoy that big breath. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. Let's do one more. Okay, we're going to go into a lovely move now, which really helps to stretch out any tension in the connective tissue in your body. And it's called the gazelle. If you were in the class this morning, you'll have done it this morning as well. So make sure you're standing hip distance and you're going to step one leg back, come onto the toes and the ball of the foot, and we're going to take the arms forwards, push the heels of the hands forwards, try and flex those hands. Now we're going to press back, lift the toes at the front and swing back up. Push the heels of the hands forwards. Swinging back, lift the toes at the front, come onto the heel, and you'll get that wonderful calf stretch. Lifting up, really stretch. Exhale, press back. Inhale, up and stretch, breath in. Now let's come down a little bit lower, press back and stretch up. Feel that energy flow. Exhale and inhale. And up. Let's bring it down, step in, and let's give those wrists a little roll on the hips. Just release the tension out of there. Good to get those hands moving as well. And let's do that to the other side. So stepping the other leg back. Make sure that you feel balanced, just still hip distance. Shoulders square to the front. Let's take those arms forwards and flex the wrists. So I'm not going too low at the beginning because I want you to focus on those legs. Get that stretch. And breathe in, reach up, push through the heels of the hands. come back. Inhale. Really feel those ribs open. Stretching up. Oh, sorry, bit of a wobble there. And back again. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, we're going to go a little bit lower now. Breath in. Stepping back, come down. Inhale, feel that energy rise. Exhale, coming back. Inhale up. One last one. And up. And then stepping in. And again, let's just give those wrists a little roll just to release them. Back into our standing posture. We're just going to take the arm out to the side. I want you to take a little bend, follow the arm out. Follow the hand with your eyes and to the other side. Breath in, breath out. Inhale. Just notice how the body feels as you do feet. Stretching from one side to the other. We'll do one more of each. Just waking the body up. Okay, let's take the arms up. Shoulder issues, you might want to take your arms across your chest instead. We're going to reach up, and I'd like you to feel that you're reaching from your hip to your little finger. So let's push that little finger up towards the ceiling, lift out of the hip, stretch, and back down. Push and stretch. So this isn't about shoulders coming up to the jaw, the neck stays long, you're reaching from your hip to your little finger. Okay, working on that connective tissue in the back now. We're going to take a little side bend. Now take a breath out, you're going to circle the upper body round and up. Exhale, round. Try to keep the hips still. Exhale. Take the arms down. Roll the shoulders, and we'll come back up to go the other way. Shoulders relax down. Let's take a stretch over. Breath in. Now exhale, round and up. Exhale. Last one. And reach those arms wide and down. Okay, let's give the foot a little bit of attention now while we're in standing. So into our foot pedals, just standing tall and then taking your awareness into the feet, feeling where the pressure is. We're going to lift the heel, press it forwards to feel the foot stretch, and back down. Lift and stretch. You can add in a little arm swing if you want to. So I'm going for a nice opposition arm swing. Just feeling the foot press into those toes and roll it back down. Getting every little joint in that foot moving and working. Inhale as the arm comes up. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do one more each way. Inhale. And exhale. Now, we're going to take that a little bit further. If you have arthritis in your feet or bunions or maybe some bone spurs on your toes, then you might want to just stay with foot pedals for now, but we're going to see if we can get the top of the foot to have a nice stretch too. So keeping the arms really simple, both arms just floating up. Now come all the way up onto your big toe, and you're going to push your heel forwards to feel the top of the foot stretch, and then roll it back down. Lift up, heel up onto the toe, push the heel forwards and back down. Heel up, stretch, and down. Peel up, stretch, and down. We'll do one more on each side, into that lovely stretch, and down. And down. Fantastic. Okay. We're going to take the arms on a little bit of a bigger arm swing now, but what I'd like you to do is make sure that the hand going to the back turns. So if you imagine both palms forwards and you're just lifting up, that's the movement that we're going for. Okay, let's take a breath in. Now exhale. Inhale, let's turn and stretch. Exhale, swing down. Inhale, turn and stretch. If it's appropriate for you, try and follow the hand that's going behind you. Look to the thumb. Big breath in and out. Really inhale into those open ribs at the front. Last one. And down. Just roll those shoulders. Breath in. Breath out. They're relaxing down. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Okay, let's step one leg forwards, doesn't matter which one. Coming in that split stance, and we're going to take the arms up. Lift out of the hips. And we're going to swing down and open. So just building on what we've done. Come forwards and up. Down and open. Inhale up. Step back, open. And up. One more. And up. Bringing the arms down, let's change sides. Making sure we're hip distance, step that leg back. Take the arms forwards and up. Lift out of the hips, reach. Exhale, step back, stretch. Inhale up. Exhale, turn and stretch. Inhale up. And up. Last one. And up. And just bring the feet together, bring the arms forwards. Start to soften the knees, just relax the head down. Slide the hands down towards the knees and take a big breath into the back for me. Inhale and exhale. Breath in and out. One more, feeling that lovely expansion across the rib cage. And then curling back up, taking that stretch up, breath in and out. Okay, from there we're going to work a little bit more on the shoulders now. So shoulder issues, you might want to take this a bit more forwards than up, but if you can, we're going to take those arms out to the side, palms facing forwards. Now bring those arms in, elbows slightly down so that you're making a double U shape. We want the neck to stay long, keep these shoulders relaxed down. Lengthen the back of the neck, take a breath in. Exhale, you're going to push up into a Y. Inhale back down. And just take your awareness into your back. Can you feel that connection to your shoulder blades? Do you feel like you're pushing out towards your little finger? Can you feel that connection, shoulder blade to little finger? Exhale, pushing up. One more. And pushing up. Reaching out wide. And down. Okay, we're going to come down onto the mats now. So if you do want your cushion, your block, anything, then please do use that. We're coming down into kneeling to start with. We're going to do a hip flexor stretch. So if kneeling isn't available to you, you can do this sat in a chair. If you just sit onto one side of your glutes, of your pelvis, and press the other leg back, you can get a stretch into that hip from there. So let's make sure we've got space to move. We want to take that leg forwards, lengthen the spine, stretch up from the tailbone to the base of the skull, and let's press forwards, open that hip, breathe into the stretch and recover. This is great for anyone with tight lower back from a tilted pelvis. But breathe into that stretch, inhale. Allow the body to sink down, exhale back. Take this just a little bit deeper. And pressing back. Okay, we're going to change sides. We're going to do this a couple of times with some different progressions. If those progressions aren't suitable for you, please stay with what we've just done. We're going to do the same on this side now. Stepping that foot forwards, lengthening the spine, shoulders relaxed. Breathe into the stretch, open the front of the hip. And exhale, come back. Inhale forwards. Exhale, come back. One more. Good, stretch into that hip and come back. So, adding on from that, let's come back to the first leg. Now, if you have sway back posture, so if you know you tend to push your hips forwards and drop your shoulders back, then stay with that first version, because deep hip flexor stretches are not what your body needs. Okay, but if you can, if it's suitable for you, you're going to come forwards into that stretch. Now, we're going to take opposite arm up, start to lift out of your hip, bring the body upright, and you should feel that that takes you into a deeper stretch. If it's available to you from there, can you stretch over that front leg? Breathe into it. And bring the arm down. Okay, let's take hands onto the floor. Lengthen the spine. Tuck the toe at the back. Now let's take a breath out. Lift that knee off the floor. Push your heel away. And just enjoy that stretch into the hip. Coming back down. Now, we're going to go into pigeon stretch from here. If that isn't available to you, it isn't suitable, you're going to sit and do a hip stretch instead. Okay, but if it is available to you from there, you're going to tuck that leg in and sit onto the side of your hip. Hands by the side of your knee, let's lengthen the spine. We're going to relax forwards, feel your glutes stretch at the front. Shoulders back, start to lift. And feel that hip stretch deepen. So if you're in that seated hip stretch, you might want to deepen that by turning, rotating the body and trying to look behind you. We're going to do one more. And up. Okay, pushing up to change sides. Let's step the leg out. Make sure you've got somewhere to travel. And we're up nice and tall. So into that deeper stretch if it's appropriate for you. So coming forwards. Let's take that arm up. Start to bring the body upright. Feel that stretch deepen. Lengthen over. Stretching over that front leg. And recover. Let's take the hands down. Hands by the side of the feet. Just lengthen the spine. Tuck the toe at the back. And then breath out. Push your heel away. And let's lower that knee. So either coming into your seated hip stretch on the other side, or let's tuck that leg in, sit to the side of the hip and push out into pigeon stretch. Okay, relaxing down. Draw the shoulders back and lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift and lengthen out of the hips. One more. And then coming back, joining me in 4-point position. So if you can't rest on those wrists, if that's not comfortable, please do come onto your knuckles or rest your forearms on something sturdy like a coffee table. We're going to go into some progressions of thread the needle. So again, you stay at the level that's appropriate and comfortable for you. Think of stretching the crown of the head forwards, lifting the bottom of the ribs away from the floor, and let's take one hand onto the shoulder. Start to lift the elbow, feel the shoulder blade move, and let's rotate. Let's turn. Breath in. Exhale, come back down. Now if you find that breath in difficult here, reverse the breathing. If you find you can't get a good breath, breathe as you come back down instead. Inhale if you can. Exhale. One more. And down. Let's take that hand down. We'll come to the other side. Fingertips to shoulder. Lift the elbow. Feel your shoulder blade move. Get that connection. Lift and rotate. And back down again. Turn and stretch. Feel that movement of the ribs as they twist and look to the side. We'll do one more. And back down. From there, let's sit back to our shell stretch or slump stretch if that's appropriate for you. Activate the arms, reach forwards to feel that stretch go from your little finger down through the armpit sides of the body and to the hips. Breathe in and exhale. Feel the movement of your ribs as you inhale, back expands. Softly out through the mouth. One last big breath in. Now exhale, draw the shoulders back and start to curl up. And then we're going to come back into 4-point position for the next progression of thread the needle. So if it's not suitable for you, if your body doesn't like it, then stay with the one that we just did with fingertips on your shoulder. But if you can, we're going to take the arm out to the side. Breath in. Now you're going to thread through. Bend the supporting arm, come down low with that shoulder and stretch back out. Inhale. Exhale, thread through. you should be feeling a really nice diagonal stretch across the body. All that connective tissue in the back is getting lengthened out, stretched out, hydrated, keeping it healthy. Let's do 2 more. Now this last one, if you wish to, we're going to come down and hold, so you can rest all the way down onto your shoulder if you can. Breathe into that stretch. Press the back of your hand into the floor for a deeper connection. And on your next breath out, pushing back up to change sides. Arm out, threading through, bringing that shoulder down low, and push back out. Exhale. Inhale, feel the stretch. Exhale, pushing back up. Let's do 2 more. And one last one. And now to hold, if you'd like to. So staying here, rest onto that shoulder, press the back of the hand onto the floor, feel that fantastic stretch. And pushing back up. Okay, again, let's sit back into that shell stretch. Deep breath into the back. Exhale, draw the shoulders back first and curl up. We're going to go into Sphinx roll now. So just enjoy the movement, take it to where it feels good for you. We're going to rise onto the knees, slide the arms forwards, sit back, shell stretch, breath in. Exhale, bring your shoulders with you, curl up. And rise. Let's bring the hands down, slide them forwards. Sit back, inhale. Exhale, curling back up. And rise. Down and stretching back. Inhale. Exhale, curling up. Last one. And we're going to finish back in that 4-point position. And up. Okay, so back to 4-point position for our cat stretch, and we're going to be adding a few bits in. So make sure middle finger is pointing forwards. Try and flatten out the fingers, spread them out so that your hands are getting a good stretch too. Okay, let's just start with the lower back. Take a breath in. Exhale, tuck the pelvis under and think of lifting up through the abdominals, up to the bottom of the ribs. Inhale, release. Exhale, really connect this movement with your breath. the shoulders now. Think of gliding your shoulder blades towards your hips. Now lengthen that spine forwards. Try and pull up away from the floor, away from your hips, and back down again. So not a big movement, shoulders back. Connect and lengthen. And relax. One more. And back. Okay, let's put those two together. Make it a nice big movement. Taking a breath in. Exhale, tuck under, curl up. Lengthen the spine. Make sure the neck is still long. And let's come back down. Draw the shoulders back. Start to lift the heart. So back issues, you're going to be cautious with this move. Don't take it into extremes and press into it. Just take it through your natural, comfortable range of movement. Shoulders back, lifting the heart. Lift the chest. And back down. One last one. Exhale, curl up. And back down. Okay, wonderful. From there, let's come down onto the forearms. Keep the elbows wide. Make sure your shoulders are slightly forward. We're going to slide one leg out behind us. I'd like you to press the heel away. Lengthen that leg. Now, keep the leg lengthened, keep the spine tall. Lift that leg up. Lift and bring it back down. Lift and stretch that hip. And down. Shoulders staying strong. Just one more. And down. Now, you're going to glide your toe inwards. So, hip replacements. You're going to go slightly out to the side and back again. Otherwise, trace your toes so that your legs cross over. Slide it across and bring it back again. Sliding across and bringing it back. You're just starting to feel a gentle stretch in the outside of that hip, down the outside of the thigh. One more. And back. Let's bring that knee in. Sit back for a moment, just release. Allow the shoulders to sink down. And come back. Let's go to the other side. So starting by sliding that leg back, press onto the toes, push your heel away so that you're feeling a good stretch down the back of that leg. And then make sure, supporting side, you've got your hip over your knee. Let's lift that leg, lift. And down. Exhale. And down. Two more. One last one. Ready for our glide. Slide that toe across, cross the legs over, and glide it back. Glide that leg across, and glide it back. Last one, crossing over, stretch the outside of the hip and in. Let's bring that knee in, sit back to your shell stretch again, reach the arms wide, come into a slight V with the arms. Now take the right hand over the left hand. Reach it forwards from the hip to the little finger. Feel the stretch along there. Breathe into the open side. Big inhale, open those ribs. Exhale through the mouth. One last one, keep reaching. Now step that hand back into the V. Come to centre with the head. Let's step the left hand over the right. Reach the left arm forward. Push your little finger forwards and feel it stretch to the hip. Breath in. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. And stepping back to centre. Breath into the back. And exhale, curl. Back up. Okay. From there, we're going to bring the legs out in front because we're going to come down onto our backs now. So if you do want your cushion, grab that cushion, come safely down onto your back. Make sure you've got room behind you to take your arms overhead. And let's settle the shoulders wide. Let's roll them open and come to resting on the little finger. Just feel the body settle there. Let's just take a quick scan. Is the back of the neck long? Do you feel even pressure on each side of the shoulders? Can you feel your rib cage connected to the mat? Have you got even pressure across the back of the pelvis? Are your feet flat, toes spread out, knees pointing at the ceiling? We're going to go into a opposition stretch now on a slight diagonal. So you're going to take the arm and leg out, opposite arm to leg, but take them out on a slight angle. Stretch and pull back in. Sliding out. Reach from the little finger to the little toe. Reach out, inhale into that, expand the ribs. Exhale, draw back in. Inhale, stretch out. One more. Let's go to the other side, and that should feel like a really lovely stretch. This is all the connective tissue in the front line of your body now. Also across the back, we have a strong diagonal in the body of your fascia, the connective tissue. Reach out, little little finger to little toe. Stretch them as far away from each other as they can go. Breath in. Exhale, pull back in. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, pull back in. Let's do one more. Stretching out. And back in. Okay. We're going to go into knee drops now. We're going to add in opening the arms, so we'll end up in happy baby stretch. Hip replacement or pelvic issues, you might want to keep your feet and knees hip distance. If it's comfortable and appropriate for you, bring your feet and knees together. Okay, we're going to start by just resting the hands softly on the hip bones and dropping one knee out to the side. Try and keep the pelvis level and pulling back up. So if you've got sciatic issues, listen to your body. If this brings on any symptoms, you might want to just reduce your range of movement or go back to those heel slides instead. Dropping out and back up. So feeling a nice stretch through that inner thigh. Let's do one more to each side. Lengthening the arms out, resting onto the little finger. Let's take the arms up, point the fingers at the ceiling. Now push the fingertips up towards the ceiling, feel your collarbones go narrow. Now pull those shoulders back out wide across the mat. Let's bend the elbows so that your fingertips are pointing behind you. We're going to open the arms out. Shoulder issues, take it to where it feels comfortable for you. When it comes to holding this as a stretch, you might want to pop your cushion there so that you can rest your arm onto that cushion, opening out and back in. Try and keep the elbows high if you can. Breath in and breath out. Right, let's add in the legs. Happy baby stretch. Knees out, elbows out. Breath in. Exhale, pull back up. Opening out. Exhale, back up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now this last one we're going to hold if you'd like to. Stay here, hold this stretch, allow the body to yield to the stretch. So release any tension you're holding. Try and let every muscle just relax. Let gravity take over. Let gravity softly press onto those thighs, onto your knees, onto your elbows, opening the front line of the body. And then coming back up. Now let's straighten those arms up towards the ceiling again, and we're going to open them out to the side. So rest them down onto the floor, shoulder height. If that causes any tingling or funny sensations in the fingers, please bring your arms a little bit lower. But if you can, leave them out open here. We're going to bend at the wrist and then bend in, touch your fingertips to your shoulders, and then roll back out again. Rolling in, bend the wrist, bend the elbow, touch the shoulders, and back out. Let's do that one more time. And we'll leave the arms here. So again, hip replacements, hip issues, feet and knees stay hip distance, otherwise let's bring them together for some hip rolls. So let's take the knees over to one side. Spine issues, let your feet and knees slide apart. Otherwise, try and keep them together for a deeper stretch. Let's turn the head the other way. Breath in. Exhale, pull back up. Over to the other side. Inhale. And exhale back up. Inhale over. Exhale up. One more. Just enjoy that stretch. Okay, let's give those knees a hug in. So if you have osteoporosis in your spine, just a gentle hug in. If your spine is okay, then rock your hips from side to side, just releasing out any tension. And then let's bring those legs back down. Now I'd like you, if you've got your blanket next to you, if you've got your pillow, to just get yourselves comfortable and warm, and you can either lie out flat and let everything switch off. If you'd rather be in seated, then do sit yourself up where you can feel comfortable and sit with a tall spine. And just finding yourself connecting to your breath, breathing in through the nose and softly out through the mouth. And if it helps you to focus, please do feel free to softly close the eyes and take your awareness inwards into your mind and into your body. And while we're going through this little meditation, there might be lots of thoughts popping into your head. And some of those thoughts might be useful and some of them might not. Some of them might just be worries that we could maybe just pop to one side for now. So if it does help, visualise a little paper bag at the side of you, and any time one of these little thoughts pops into your head, just notice, acknowledge that thought, pop it into the bag, so that at the end of the session you can decide if the thoughts in there are useful and you need them, or whether you can put that bag in the bin and throw them away. So let's focus into our bodies now, breathing in through the nose and exhaling softly through the mouth. I'd like you to notice where you're feeling that breath go as you inhale. Does it feel even all the way around the rib cage? Can you feel your tummy softly rise? And as you exhale through the mouth, long breath out, can you feel those ribs funnel back down again? Breathing out through the mouth. We're going to come into a breathing pattern now that is very useful in times of stress, anxiety, those moments when we feel that we aren't in control of our emotions. Maybe we feel a slight panic and the heart begins to race. And we can't really see a good reason for it. So calming the body down is really important. So we're going to practice a nice breathing pattern now. And we're going to take a big full breath in and then a longer breath out through the mouth. Please do feel free to make as much or as little noise with your breathing as you wish to, but I'm going to count the breathing for you. We're going to take a big breath in for 4, and then we're going to breathe out for 7. So let's take that breath in. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now just return to a nice, easy, deep breathing pattern. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Use that breath to help the body relax and soften, so that as you exhale, you feel that you're breathing out the tension, feeling your muscles soften, deeper into the mat, fingers curl, legs drop out to the side, jaw softens, the eyes feel heavy, and focusing into your breath. I'm going to leave you now to spend as long as you need to, as you wish, in this tranquil state, focusing into your breath. Just enjoy the moment and come back to this whenever you feel the need. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.